My name is Harrison Coomber. I am 17 years old from Essex, and basically today I'm going to tell you about my story as a referee and as a volunteer for my local club, Epping Town Football Club. So basically, I'm going to start us off with my refereeing story and challenges. So a lot of people won't know this, but for 2 years I was an assistant linesman for Epping Youth Town. Basically, they're a Epping Youth side, which are part of a bigger club. So you have the under 14s, the under 15s, the under 16s. I did it for Simon and Chris, who did one of the under 14 sides. I was their assistant linesman because my brother played for them, and the parents didn't want to do it. They just flat out refused, and I stepped in to do it. And one of the first challenges I faced was being able to take that negative criticism. Like, a lot of people don't talk about it, but referees get a lot of abuse they don't deserve. Like, you see the poor men and women in black, and I'm one of them, you know what I mean? We get abused on a regular basis, and sometimes that's unnecessary because we're humans too, but parents, mothers, and fathers, they forget all about that. They're there to give you a hard time. I know some people are going to say, oh, they're there to watch their kids, but they're there to put you under pressure to make sure the decisions go their way. So you have to be able to block them out and to focus on your game because it's very easy for them to get in your head and mess with you and get you to make a wrong decision just to please them. And I've nearly been there where I've nearly just given an offside where I shouldn't have done because I was scared of the coach or the parents behind me. And it's very easy to do that. There's loads of referees who've done it. So when I started studying to become a referee, I always said in my head, I'm not going to let people push me around. I'm not going to let people decide my decisions for me. And that was really, when I went to my first session, it was a theory session in Chelmsford. Basically, I had to do a lot of revision before that. So it was a lot of time at home revising all the laws. There's 18 of them, and they are pages long. I am literally spending hours revising a handball rule that I thought I knew like that. It was like, wow, a massive mind opener to all the rules in football that I didn't even know about. So it was a very hard work revising it all and making sure I memorised it because there's so much to remember. That was one of the challenges, putting in the time and dedication to making myself a better person. And refereeing has made me a better person. It's made me more conscious, it's made me more aware, and I'd like to thank the Essex FA for making me a proud member of their referee team. And I'd also like to talk about my local team, Epping Town Football Club, which I started volunteering for, and the official fan channel that I run. Basically, a lot of people don't know this about me, but of the scenes I have suffered with a lot of things going on up here in my head, and really, Epping Town was like a saviour for me because it really gave me something to look forward to in a time of my life where I didn't think there was any hope for me. So it really was a challenge of just being able to meet, socialise, and to get along with everybody. That was a massive challenge. When I first met the old manager Bill, I was nervous. Like, I was imagining I was going to do it all wrong. I was going to make a bad impression. But when I met him, he was just such a calm guy. He always took the time, Billy Cove, to introduce me to everyone, make me feel involved. And when I first went there, everyone was so nice, so kind. It kind of was first challenge over because I felt I could be myself. I didn't have to hide who I was because they were all cool with me. They all liked having me there, and they just liked having someone who was interested in their team, who was a local boy, and that made me want to go back because every time I went there, I was like beating something, just completing a challenge. I was a very shy guy. I never liked big crowds. I never liked meeting new people. I just like to bury myself in this room and forget I existed for 2 minutes. But it kind of made me more better person because I knew that I didn't have to hide who I was. People weren't going to bully me like they did in school here at the club. They made me feel accepted. They made me feel like I could push myself more to become a better person. So really, my challenges have been at the club completely different from being a referee. Being a referee was being able to stand out, not let people push me around, not let people bully me into submission, into their thoughts and their crazy desires. And at Epping Town, it's kind of like coming out of my shell, standing out and saying, do you know what? I'm sick of being that kid in the shadows that always gets ignored and bullied because he dares to be different. And Epping Town has taught me that I can be myself. I can volunteer, make an effort where many people just say, why do you bother, Harrison? Oh, you're just such a loser, you're such an idiot, fat idiot over there. I've been bullied and it's not nice. And Epping Town, it's nice to feel accepted and to feel like people actually care about you. So for me, it's really been coming out of my shell a lot, and that's what I've been doing over 3 years from refereeing in Epping Town, coming out and becoming a stronger person, because it's very easy to give in to negative criticism because I faced too much of it, and it really made me depressed. I suffered from depression, and it's not nice to know you have no one to turn to. You're just basically on your own, and something I've never told anyone before. And Epping Town and refereeing has kind of like got me out of my depression and has made me a stronger person, a more alert person, and really it just proves I can do anything. I'm not this pathetic person I thought I was. I'm actually pretty strong, and I can make a difference. So I suppose my challenges have been just stop beating myself up, stop giving in to other people, and to really making a difference by standing on my own 2 feet and saying, I am a good person, I don't need to give in to these idiots, that I know I'm a good person, and I know I can make a difference. So that's it for me. I'd like to thank you, Mr. Pub, for inviting me on to obviously share my story, and I hope you have enjoyed.